So we will discuss Playwright automation framework in detail. Initially, we should explain tests. Yeah, it could be functional or API related tests. And fixtures. This is a concept of Playwright. Like in fixtures, we can reuse the whatever we require. And pages. Suppose in my application, we have different modules, right? In that modules, we can mention different pages. At instance, we should have a base page. Base page in the sense, uh, it has multiple common utilities like navigation, getting screenshot, or getting filled up. I mean, getting click. All these functions will be included in the base page and login page, inventory page. This will be the application side, like modules and utilities like to generate the random test and to have the API related stuff like token generation or anything. And for date utilities, like we want to mention or if you want to fill up the dates based on the future or past, we can use the date utilities and config files. It's like environment configurations, like for environment things, test environment, staging environment, pre-production environments. For each environment, we should have URLs, right? So based on that, we can configure what type of URLs and JSON. Like in JSON also, we can specify many number of users. For instance, if I have to create multiple test users, we can go for a JSON file. In that, I can mention all the users which I want to create. So based on the looping, it will create multiple tests based on that. And playwright config, this will be the auto configured file. In that we can mention how many retries, parallel execution, screenshots also we can mention, HTML reports by default we will get, and Allure reports. So sometimes we used to get, and Playwright runner in the sense by default Playwright has the test runner. In that we can have a browser test. By I'll show this. The API test, CI/CD integration using version control of GitHub. We can go with the CI/CD. This will be the framework for the Playwright automation framework. I'll show you as well the VS Code sample. Let's have a look at. So here, this is the framework. By default, we have a Playwright config.js. In that, we can specify multiple things like it has a default test directory, which means a test folder, and fully parallel we can make it as true. For bit only means we can exit without an error, or we can make it as like test only, like if we want only that test to perform likewise. And the tries means we can retry the test failing test. And workers also, it's like a CPU based thing, we can specify that its number. Reporter by default it is HTML. And the projects, as I said before, it can directly rerun in all the browsers called Chromium, Firefox, Kit. This is the base config file, and we'll go to the main things. Like here, whatever we have in the package.json and the package.log.json, entire things will be available in the Node modules. Like Playwright, when it has to run in server, we have a Node.js which supports like a backend for JavaScript or TypeScript to execute all the things. So to come to the main page object model, we have this structure. Like in pages, each application is specified as main pages like a login page, inventory page, and the base page is like a mother page of all the things where we have common utilities like navigation or click, fill action and other actions. To get the screenshot also we can have this test. As I said before, we can have a API test. For instance, here we have a sample thing. Data should be 200, and also we have a functional. In a functional, we have cart login page. So in login page, we can have a login standard user like username and password you can specify. And these methods we are directly getting from the pages. Here we have login page. Also, we have add item to cart page and something. And we have utils. As I said before, we have configs. Config in the sense we can have a test environment, stage environment, production environment. And for generating the users or for registering multiple users, we can go with the JSON. We can specify it as an array. For this user, it will create, and for this user, it will create the number of users wherever like. And we have a utils. API helpers will be storing there. And date utils, like we have multiple methods in date. For instance, here we have two local a string, which will use it to get the date, and it will directly to the string format. And we have a random data or email, like we have a test, and we'll generate the each test with the date along with the timestamp. And we have fixtures. For instance, to generate any, I mean, this object instantiation, we have to create every time go on login page equal to new login page or something. So instead of doing that, we can have fixtures, so where we can include all the things. Directly we can use inventory page as a specified. So here if we go to the cart page, and we can go this login page, we are directly getting from login page, and it is from fixtures. So for reusability, this will be the case. And we have a version control. Mainly this can be used with GitHub, like YAML file. In that YAML file, we can specify all the things, and we have a CI/CD pipelines as well. For CI/CD pipelines, we used to go with Web Jenkins. Whenever there is a webhook trigger called, the reports will be followed in HTML. By default, we have specified here HTML, right? Here can get those. So likewise, if we specify all the things available in the page object model framework, and we specify the main purpose of config.js and all the things, interviewer will be, I mean, impressed with you, and yeah, will go well. Yeah. That's all about the page object model framework. Uh, Please do comment your views on this, and please subscribe to my channel. Thank you for your support, and please subscribe for more videos. Thank you.